Shalom, shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, I want to give all the honors, the praises, the glory belongs to Yahweh by Sham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Wahabakar Kwadash. Honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit, and to the hopeful elect across the globe, and to the few, I mean the very, very, very few brothers and sisters that are listening and also learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days, because we're living in the last days of the last days. I'm excited right now. I'm going to flow with the Spirit, and I want to give you some advice according to the scriptures. Stop moving too fast. Take your time. You're moving fast because you're panicking. Right? Take your time. If you move too fast, you can easily be controlled and you can be mapped out. Take your time. And when you take your time, you're able to see how people move also. Don't rush. Okay? You got to use wisdom, bro. We're in the spiritual warfare. You have to use wisdom. And part of that wisdom is Proverbs 3. And we're going to jump straight to verse 5. Trust in the Lord Yahweh Shai with all thy heart, to lean not unto thy own understanding. Trust. Trust is a two-way thing. So when we trust in Yahweh Shai, guess what? We're not going to be leaning on our own understanding. You're going to give it to him. And it says, and he's going to direct, in all our ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct our paths. Everything we do, we got to put Yahweh Shai first. And he's going to direct our paths. So he directs where he wants you to go. It's him. It's Yahweh Shai that's directing our paths, not ourselves. If you direct your own paths, you're going to make a mistake. You're going to go where you don't want to go. You're going to do things that you're not going to be, that you normally wouldn't do. You have to give it to the Lord Yahweh Shai, because he's directing our paths. Right? Yeah, they tried it. They tried being fucking smart asses, man. I told you some of these people be running predatory programs, man. Right? Bro, this psychological warfare that's going on against heavy stuff. Heavy stuff. I call it social conditioning. Right? So you have to take your time, and we got to make sure we're directed by Yahweh Shai, not no outside force. Right? By Yahweh Shai. Right? And all this is going to get exposed, and it's based on a reaction. Stop being impulsive. Stop reacting. Let the enemy react to you. Let the enemy react to us. Stop reacting. We are winning, bro. Right? We're controlling these people out here, man. Hey, come on, bro. Hey, this is powerful, bro. Brothers are powerful out here. Real talk. Right? Brothers are powerful out here, bro. If you actually understood what some of these people be doing, bro, they'd be using government programs, MK Ultra, mind control, frequencies to bro, this is real. They're trying to control brothers' movements and all that. This is real. And they're also using children as well, bro, to harass people. This is crazy. But we keep winning, so you have to use the wisdom. When Yahweh Shai directs you, you're not gonna be in the crossfire of the enemy, because now you're moved by Yahweh Shai. Hey, this is some heavy stuff. Heavy. Come on. Heavy. Baba Kishore. Take your time. Verse 7, be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. That's key. So don't take it upon yourself. Well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give it to Yahweh Shai. Give it to him. Right? He's got us, man. And yeah, you are protected, man. There's a lot of jealousy. There's a lot of envy out here. There's a lot of people in higher positions. They have more money than you, but they're still jealous. You have people in high position, they got what, but they're still jealous, man. Because we possess something that they don't possess. And it's not physical money. It's not the tangible things. It's the spiritual things. To those that are rich in faith. The poor, this one, we're going to get to that as well. James, I believe it is. Rich in faith, but we're poor in this world. So you could have something that's really wealthy, but they lack substance. And we're not so wealthy, but we're wealthy in spirit. Okay. Useless, useless. So, but we're not lacking. You know what I'm saying, bro? We're not lacking. Like, bro, I'm excited. I'm excited about this. Come on, bro. Power. Power. This is the true power. It's not in, like, you can have a certain amount of power in physical money, but that's not true power. The scripture says, wisdom delivereth a city more than 10 mighty men. Wisdom. So with that man's wisdom, he could deliver a whole city. And you may have 10 mighty men in that city. All right, this is heavy stuff. We're going to go to James. Oh, they're sending the women out now. They're sending the women out now. All right, this is heavy. Well, what are the main stars in this show, man? Come on. We're going to go to James now. Let's go to James, Baba Kishar. Rich in faith. All right, the Lord's got us, man. Don't you worry. And we are limited. I just want to push this up. We are limited on the places we can go. You may not have enough money, enough funding to travel there or travel there. So you got to do what you got to do in it. You still move around according to your ability. But don't stay stuck. Make sure you're moving around. Okay? Because the enemy wants you stuck. The enemy wants to neutralize you. If the enemy can't kill you, if he can't stop you from teaching, his whole thing is to neutralize you, to make you ineffective. Okay? But when you're moving, you're not ineffective because you're moving. You're moving against the gates. Let's go, James. Come on. Woo! All right, so what do you have a show? Come on. So we're going to go to James now. 2 and 5. Hearken, my beloved brethren, have not God chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, heirs of the kingdom, which he hath promised them that love him, rich in faith. Heirs of the kingdom. Heirs means a great ruler. A heir, a prince is underneath a king. So a prince is underneath Yahushai. Joint rulers of the kingdom. It don't get any better than that. Come on. It don't get no better than that. Right? Joint heirs. And this is heavy because I'm under this right now. And you know, it reminds me of, even though they were putting the branches on the floor when they were saying to Yahushua, Hosanna, Hosanna, Yahushua, Hosanna, which is exclamation of praise and glory to Yahushua. Oops. Sorry, this is falling down. Let me just put this back up. Let me just a minute. Gonna need to get a new peg for this stand. Yeah, be patient with me, brothers. Just fixing this stand. There you go. Probably gonna bust again on. That's slightly better. So guess what? Let me turn this around. So yeah, we're rich in faith, man. We're poor in this world, but we're rich in faith. And that's what really counts. Right? The money and all that, money comes and goes, but the faith, that's what we want to hold on to. And what's faith? Let's go to Hebrews, Baba Kishon. We're going to look up what faith is, Baba Kishon. Check this on. Right, this is Hebrews 13. Actually, it's Hebrews 11. Now, faith is a substance of things hoped for and not yet seen. So if you have faith, that's a precious thing. Substance of things hoped for. Hoped. and not yet seen. So we can't see it. That's why we see mad to this world. Because they're like, what are you talking about? Faith in God? They don't believe in God. Most people don't believe in God, but we do. That's why we're considered mad and crazy to the masses. But they said the same thing about the Messiah. So yeah, we are mad. We're mad for the Lord, right? We are counted as fools for Yahweh's sake. But the people are going to find out soon that what we were saying was true. Because the prophets, they were demonized. They were labeled as crazy. But you got to be willing to be slandered and ridiculed for serving Yahweh and not follow the multitude to do evil. It says that. So we going to find out who was ready telling the truth and who wasn't. Right? And you see what's going on in society. Our people are heavily programmed, which we're all programmed to a certain extent, because we all have to deal with a level of programming. But then there's just that programming where you're not even thinking for yourself. So the Lord, he wants us to have our thoughts in him. Romans 12, I know I bring this out a lot. This is Romans and 12. Listen. And be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. It says, be not conformed. So we don't have to conform to the ways of this world. Now, your church pastors don't really want to teach this because that would be against what their 501c charter. So they're not really going to teach you this. And the government definitely don't want you bringing this out. Because if most people was to read this, they'd be like, hold on. We don't need to conform to this world. And there'd be rebellions. This is why they hate the scriptures so much. But be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So our mind needs to be renewed every single day. And therefore you break out of bad cycles and patterns that you shouldn't be in. The only way to break out of cycles is you have to renew your mind. Because if you're not renewing your mind, you're going to be stuck in vicious cycles. So we have to every single day renew our minds. What do I need to change? Right? Or you may need to change your environment. Go to a different place. Don't keep going to the same places. Right? Because they're also, we know they're mapping out our movements as well. And a lot of this is through AI technology. What's it called? I forgot what it's called now. It's the algorithms. So when we do these videos, there's an algorithm of where you've gone, and that gets marked. That gets marked, man, on the algorithm. Okay? So they have these people follow us, buddy, all day, man. You know what I'm saying? Giving us all this attention. Alright, let's continue. We gotta stay focused. Let's stay focused. Be transformed by the renewing of your minds, that you may prove what is good and acceptable, the perfect will of God. So every day we have to renew our minds, every single day. Right? And if you renewing your mind, it's gonna be, that's where that change is gonna come. Right? Doesn't matter, just that change, man. Right? Don't be fooled out here. Come on. You hear about what's going on. You've been watching the news. You've been hearing about these scandals. You've been hearing about the Pizzagate, right? And the grooming that's been going on. The Lord, Yahweh Shai, is going to deal with all that stuff right there, right? That's not ready for us to deal with. The Lord deals with that. They're the biggest matters, right?
It's 100% a real thing.
They're the biggest matters.
100%.
Okay.
You're just not ready to do it, but it's definitely real.
Okay.
I ain't meant to blow up your stream, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
It's 100% real, isn't it?
Yep. Yep.
I'm here doing my thing, yeah, but don't tell me you're not ready to deal with it when it's 100% real and it should be dealt with. Like, bro, everyone's got their thing, but don't you're pumping nonsense.
Nah, I ain't nonsense.
No. I ain't no here to call no hurt. Like, I'm here doing my thing, yeah?
No, but you're saying...
When you're there saying, we're not even ready to deal with that, it's a real thing, bro.
Yeah, but people are not.
You know it already.
People are not, but I know, but...
There's dark people in this world, isn't it?
Yeah, but people don't want to speak about it.
No, of course they don't. They just want to sweep it under the carpet and let the next generation have to deal with the problems that it's caused.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm just gonna do me, innit?
There you go. But you know what?
I've
No,
got my own problem.
there's a reason why no one wants to deal with it.
Of course they don't, bro, because no one wants to mainstream the problem. Because then there's someone that have to deal with it.
That's
Sweep
it.
under the carpet, and then we don't have to worry, innit?
Yep.
That's next people's problem.
He said it. He said it.
Exactly, bro. Like, I'm not here trying to say that what you're doing is wrong, yeah, but don't say, oh, we're not ready to deal with it to your masses. I gather you got a little following.
Well, you don't need to get upset. You don't need to get
I'm
upset.
not getting upset, yeah, but you've turned around to how many people follow you, and you've gone, oh, but we ain't even got to watch what the grooming thing's about because we're not ready to deal with that yet. How many people follow you? I don't know you.
Yeah.
How many people
Not
watch
much. I don't have much
many?
followers. I don't
How
have
many?
much. That doesn't matter
It doesn't
to me.
matter how many, even if it's 10, bruv. Even
Yeah.
if it's 10.
Yeah, but why you getting
10
all
man.
discombobulated about it? All that's
You
mentioned.
turned around to 10 man and said, all right, don't watch the grooming thing, it's not a problem. Bruv, you know what's happened with that
No,
grooming
I
thing?
never said that. I never said that. I said
Alright, cool.
certain
You said
things.
We won't speak on it right now because we're not ready to.
Well, you know what?
You said that, blood.
Bro, listen.
Alright, come,
It's
do
on
your thing.
it's on video.
Brother,
It's on video what I said.
brother.
I said, you
ain't
know what?
listening to that,
I said we
yeah.
don't need to
My
really.
whole damn life, yeah. I've seen everything go en masse.
Yeah.
Everything go right.
Yeah.
Bless. Do you, like, everyone be happy? That's all I ever want.
No, but we can't be happy when all this is
Can't
going
be.
on.
But
We
not
can't.
when someone like you that's got a voice. You have a voice,
Yeah,
and
I
you turned
hate
around to your people and said, we can't even talk about the grooming thing now because we ain't really ready to.
I didn't say that.
What did
I
you
didn't
say
say
then?
that.
What
You're
did you say
putting
then? What
words
did
in
you
my
say then?
mouth.
What did you say then?
I said, don't worry too much about that grooming thing because that's going to get dealt with.
No,
Anyway, I did say that. It's on video. That's gonna get.
If I heard that
That's gonna get dealt. I said.
which is fully illegal to be doing. Come on,
That's gonna get.
into your live
That's
stream
gonna
if
get.
if I heard something different than that.
Are you gonna let me speak?
Cool, blood. Let me do me.
That's gonna get dealt with. That's what I said.
I hope so.
Because
innit?
guess what? I've been
that's a
speaking
madness,
about
that
this.
whole thing's a madness.
I've been speaking about this, but guess what? It does get coverage, but it only gets coverage. You know why? Because
negative.
because it's forced to come out. It's forced to come out.
Reckon?
Yeah, because guess what? It's a gang, right? The whole grooming thing, we know, or I know, that's a gang. Whether you want to call it grooming, gang stalking, or trafficking, it's a gang and it's a business. So nobody really.
I tell you, around here,
Yeah.
there's not. Like, I don't know ins and outs about the grooming thing or whatnot, yeah. But the biggest problem around here is you getting rolled up in a gang. Yeah, that's the biggest problem around here.
Yeah.
10, 11-year-old little brothers.
Yeah.
Getting made to feel like big men. They get to do big men things.
Yeah.
And by the time they're 13, they've done things that they're gonna regret for the rest of their lives, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm 37 now.
Okay.
And I've lived here my whole damn life. And I've seen it go through cycle, brother, older brother, younger brother,
Yeah.
uncle, cousin, boom. Yeah? That's what's the madness around here. All right, by the time someone's 15, they're inside and they've done 10, and now they're out metal detecting and just having fun in the park.
I hear that. So yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Bro, I
I
ain't
hear what you're saying.
causing no hype, yeah, but what I'm saying to you is don't lie. I don't know, man. Bless.
But don't what? I'm bringing out the truth. I'm bringing out the
Don't
scriptures.
say you're going to go watch what the fucking...
No, I hear what you're saying. It probably came across the wrong way. When I say don't...
no hype. I won't even bring no
You know what I'm
hostility
saying? You know what
at
I'm
all.
saying?
I was
Basically,
over
what I'm saying,
smiling
what I'm
like my
saying
man's
is...
doing his thing, like,
Because certain brothers are talking about it, but my whole thing is don't over-focus on that because you don't want to be consuming that. Bring out the scriptures, bring out the evil, but don't be consumed on that particular topic. Because guess what? I've been consumed on it. Why? Because certain things that have been happening
I hear that. You ain't got to tell me.
with me.
Yeah, I can hear that.
That's why I'm mentioning it the way I'm... Because I used to look at flyers...
This is exactly what I had to say when I said what I thought you heard what you said.
Yeah.
Preach for you. Like,
Yeah,
there's
I
no
hear you,
hostility,
bro.
bro. There's never no hostility.
Yeah, no, bro, there ain't no tough love,
no.
man. Ain't no tough love, but
Love,
it's real out here. It's real, and
it's just fucking London, bro.
yeah.
It's just London, isn't it? Like, it's what it is, bro.
But guess what?
Go on.
It's bigger than London.
Well, yeah, no, of course it's bigger than, like, you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What your beliefs are, what your views are, they're taken as gospel. Like, they see you like an idol. They see you like a man that's running show. You see what I'm saying? Yeah? So whether it's 10 people or it's 100 people.
Well, someone told me that in a
Your
higher
voice is
place.
them.
Someone told me that in a higher place. Says, bro, do you understand what you're doing? He says, do you understand? You're controlling a lot of people. I don't see it like that. I'm just teaching the word.
Exactly, like I'm saying,
The man's telling me I'm controlling mobsters
any
and
kind
shit.
of fucking malicious nastiness, narcissistic behaviour, and you're just out there preaching the truth and the realness. There's no problem with that.
Yeah.
But if you have your own ulterior motive,
Oh no.
and you're speaking to 10 people, 1,000, like what's your following?
About 77 subscribers.
Bruv, don't feel embarrassed about this,
I don't care about that.
No,
Yeah,
of course not, yeah? That's like
Yeah.
77 subscribers, so you say you got 30, 40 people watching you when you go live, every time you go live and whatnot, and yeah?
Don't go live.
I still have voice, bruv.
Yeah.
There's still 77 people that are going to go home and say, what's your name? I'm Jerry.
My name is Corrupt.
Corrupt,
Hey,
I'm
nice
Jerry.
To meet you,
nice to meet you, bro. Like, they're going to go home and they'll say, what's your name? Like, what's your, like, what's your internet name? Like, what's your, like, YouTube, fucking whatever. I ain't going to look you up.
Let me pause it. Now,
watch you. And there will be die-hards for you, blood.
Some.
There will be.
But those that are part of that gang, they're not trying to hear that. Because that's what they are part of. And some of them are being raised up in that.
Yeah, no.
That way of life.
There isn't, that's family to them. It's not a way
out. It is family.
That's just, that's their mumsy. That's their fucking uncles. That's
why they do it. I understand that's why they do it.
Bro,
it's narcissism. It's narcissism.
It's all that it is. It's older, making the younger feel worth.
Yeah.
Like, here you go. There's a little bag. There's a little, go spend that. You done well today, boy.
That's what something. This concerning the gang thing. Proverbs 1:10. My son, if sin is entice thee, consent thou not. If they say, come with us, let us lie in wait for blood. Let us look privily for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave and whole as thou go down into a pit. We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Casting our lot amongst us, let us have one purse. My son, walk not in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path. So the scriptures are telling you.
I hear that.
This is all that gang talk.
No.
We're going to have one purse. We're going on a move.
The is telling you, as long as you have any of those one thing, you haven't got to walk with my man.
Yeah, but the scriptures say what? Consent not, right?
Consent not.
With sinners. We're all sinners, right? But then you have those that don't repent. This is the gang, man, because it says we shall find all precious substance. The money. Yeah. I used to be told that all the time, we're going on the move. If you come, you're going to get this much, we're going to split it. Then they end up
remember, though, in the beginning, you don't do it for the money. You don't do it for nothing other than the family, love.
Yeah.
You want the acceptance because you ain't got that indoors. Like I said to you, the biggest thing that has to happen is you have to start when they're youngers. You have to move in before they feel abandoned, before they feel like there isn't a hope, where there ain't a family, where there ain't a community.
Oh, yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah, so they say that, so the gang members, they take you under their shoulder.
Bruv, there's a love there.
Give you that
there's a love there. We'll take you to a party,
But you had a father
and we get
in the
to reach
house,
out
right?
to my cousin and his boy.
Yeah.
And da-da-da. And then before you know it, you feel like you know everybody in London and you feel like you're the man.
Yeah.
But you ain't the man. Like, because you know nobody other than inside the outside of like a 1-2 mile radius.
Yeah.
So that's nothing. That's a drop in the ocean.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. You know nothing and nobody knows you. But you feel like you're a Donny. You feel like you're a bad man. Next thing you know, man's setting you up for a move that you ain't coming back from.
That's the reality. You hear this, brothers? You hear this? Those of you in gangs, come out of them gangs, man. And come back to the Lord.
You'll regret that shit, innit, bud? Like, I ain't here to preach here. Do your thing.
Nah, listen.
Do your thing, innit? But you'll regret that shit. Trust me. You'll sit in that fucking cell and you'll worry about why you did it. And then you'll realise it won't ever fucking worth it.
You hear that, brothers?
Whether or not they make it worth your while you sat there, stretch that bird out, but it ain't ever worth whatever they're going to make it worth.
You hear that? That's words of wisdom right there. That's why brothers have to be out here, because there we got testimonies out here, man.
Do your things, innit?
Brothers that was...
You don't do your thing, bro.
That's it. Brothers that were in that way of life. But this is the new way now. Put away them niggerisms. The scriptures talk about putting on the new man. All right? So we're going to go to Ephesians. Bible can show. So this is Ephesians 4:22. But you put off concerning the former conversation, the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lusts. So we got to put off the old man. Whatever you were doing in the world, put that away and come back to Yahweh Shai. If you were selling drugs, stop selling drugs. Smoke your weed. Try to stop smoking weed. If you were watching pornography, try to stop watching pornography. If you were eating bacon, try to stop eating bacon. All them ways of life, put that aside and come back to the Lord Yahweh Shai. Okay? And it says, the former conversation, the old man which is corrupt according to the deceitful lusts. So all the old ways that we were living, you put that away, right? And this is how the Lord Yahweh sups with you. If any man will come in, listen, I will sup with him. And be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that you put on the new man which is after God is created in righteousness and true holiness. Wherefore put away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members of one another. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. So this is a new way we got to put on now. You heard that, right? You heard the testimony, right? This is why you have to be out here teaching this truth. Because we can share this, man. People got testimonies out here, man, of what they've been through. You know what I'm saying? That hard life. Some brothers, we came into the truth. Some brothers were, as I told you, gang members. Some brothers were into the entertainment industry. Some brothers were musicians. But then we came back into this truth, right? And learned. Now we're on the path of serving Yahweh Shai to the best of our abilities, man. This ain't going to be a long lesson. We're going to stop at 30 minutes because it's been a long day for me. And it says, neither give place to the devil. So let's not give the devil no place in our minds, in our soul, in our hearts. And it's beautiful as well. A lot of encouragement I'm getting as well. I got a platform. You know what I'm saying? So with this platform, you have to be responsible as well. All right? Responsible right here. Make sure we're teaching the right things. And yeah, we are going to speak on some of these topics, but we're going to speak more about Yahweh Shai. I think that's more important. Okay? That's what we're going to do. A few more scriptures will be shut off. What else have I got? Baba Kishar, Baba Kishar, Baba Kishar. This is verse Galatians 2:16. Knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of Mashiach. So our justification comes through what? Faith in Yahweh Shai. Even when we believed in Yahweh Shai Mashiach, that we might be justified by faith of Mashiach and not by the works of law. For by the works of the law shall no flesh be justified. So we're going to be justified by the spirit of Yahweh Shai. And that only. Right? Not by the flesh. By the works of Yahweh Shai. That's what's going to justify us. Right? Yahweh by Sham, Yahweh Shai. Not the works of the law. Because the law is corrupt. So like the law ain't corrupt, the flesh is corrupt. So we're going to be justified by Yahweh Shai, his mercy and his grace. Okay? And it says, even as we believe Yahweh Shai Mashiach, that we might be justified by the faith of Mashiach and not by the works of law. For by the works of law shall no flesh be justified. But if we seek to be justified by Mashiach, we ourselves are found what? Sinners. Is therefore Mashiach the minister of sin? God forbids. Key thing. God forbids. So we're not ministers of sin. Right? We're ministers of Yahweh Shai. Right? Therefore, that's what we're doing. Ministering this word to the best of our ability. Right? And ain't no demon on earth. Ain't no cult member. Ain't no Mason. Go stop this word, because the scriptures do say the gates.
Hey, man, I being sneaky.
Yeah, I know. The gates of hell. Yeah, the gates of hell shall not prevail. Because you know another thing, well, I'm going to shut off. I never knew this. What? You ever heard of a handler? Huh? You ever heard of handler?
Handler?
That word handler.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, what? A handler?
Yeah.
Like someone that looks after you? Like?
Yeah. A lot of these people got handlers.
Yeah, well, you want me to be yours?
Nah.
Come.
The Lord Yahweh Shai is my handler.
I hear that as well,
He's my only handler.
You know, I ain't got no religious belief.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I believe there's Mother Nature's my thing.
Okay.
Like, if you call me a pagan, I think, innit? Like, I ain't here, like, but I feel like...
But anyway, bro, I'm going to shut off. I want to give all honesty. Yahweh by Sham, Yahweh Shai. I think we shut off on that. But I believe in Yahweh Shai. I want to give all honors and praises to Yahweh by Sham, Yahweh Shai. Until the next time, Shalom. Shalom.